Although some phrasal verb opposites are easy to remember, like turn up or turn down to increase or decrease the volume, or check in and check out to register and to leave a hotel, other phrasal verbs in English aren't as simple to remember their opposites. So, today on Jen's Jyugyou, you're going to learn 20 pairs of opposite phrasal verbs to improve your English vocabulary. That means that in today's lesson, you're going to learn over 40 different phrasal verbs. To help learn these phrasal verb opposites, I will tell you one phrasal verb and its meaning, and see if you can guess the opposite meaning phrasal verb before I give you the answer. Here we go. Number 1 is put on. To put on means to wear an article of clothing. I put on this hat. What is the opposite of this phrasal verb? To remove an item of clothing. The answer is take off. I put on the hat. I took off the hat. Number 2 is take off. In this case, take off means for an airplane to leave the ground. The opposite phrasal verb has the meaning of for the airplane to land and stop flying. This phrasal verb is touch down. The plane took off on time, but due to some turbulence, we touched down about an hour late. Number 3 is slow down. To slow down means to decrease your pace and to move slower. The phrasal verb with the opposite meaning would mean to go faster and increase your speed. This phrasal verb is speed up. While riding my bike with my friend, she suddenly sped up and I couldn't keep up with her, so I yelled, "Hey, slow down!" Number 4 is look down on someone. This phrasal verb uses 2 prepositions instead of just 1. Look down on someone. If you look down on someone, it means you think you are better than them and you sort of treat them with disdain and contempt. The opposite of this would be to admire someone and to show them great respect. This phrasal verb is to look up to someone. So look down on someone, and the opposite, look up to someone. The child looked up to his father, who taught him to never look down on others. Phrasal verb number 5 is put together. To put something together means to assemble it, to join the pieces together. Put together. The opposite of that is to detach. The phrasal verb for this is take apart. After putting the puzzle together, I needed to take it apart. Phrasal verb number 6 is come down with. If you come down with something, it means that you have gotten sick with some kind of illness or disease. The opposite of this would be to recover and to get better, to regain your health. So the opposite of come down with something is to get over something. Achoo! Oh, I've come down with a terrible cold. I hope I can get over the cold soon. Number 7 is warm up. If it's really cold outside, you want to get inside to warm up, to increase your temperature. The opposite of this, you're really hot and you want to decrease your temperature. The phrasal verb for this is cool down. If it's winter, you want to warm up with some hot chocolate. If it's summer, you might want to cool down with some ice cream. Phrasal verb number 8 is stock up on something. If you stock up on something, it means that you buy a lot of it. You get large amounts of something. The opposite of this is to use something so much that you don't have any left anymore. So the opposite of to stock up on something is to run out of something or to use up something. People were stocking up on supplies at the beginning of the pandemic. Because of that, stores ran out of many supplies. Number 9 is pick up. And actually today we're going to take a look at pick up 3 different ways. So the first pick up means to take something and hold it in your hands, to raise it off of a surface. This is pick up. So the opposite is when you are finished using the item, to put the item on the surface again. Leave the item there. So this phrasal verb is put down. So pick up, put down. I picked up the eraser and then I put it down. Number 10 is also pick up. This pick up means to answer the phone. So if the phone is ringing, you will answer, take the call, and talk to the person. You pick up. The opposite of this is when you finish the conversation and you disconnect the call. This phrasal verb is hang up. Sometimes I pick up the phone when a telemarketer calls me. I immediately get annoyed and hang up. Number 11 is also pick up. This pick up means to take your car, usually someplace, to go and get someone or get something. The opposite of that would be to take someone or something with you and then leave it in a different place. So the phrasal verb for this is drop off. I need to pick up my kids from school and drop them off at their friend's house. Phrasal verb number 12 is to doze off, or to nod off, or to drop off. These 3 phrasal verbs all mean to fall asleep. And specifically, they usually mean to fall asleep for a short amount of time during the day. The opposite of this is to have your eyes open and to have lots of energy and to be awake and to stop sleeping. So the opposite of these phrasal verbs is to wake up. If a student dozes off during my class, I will wake them up. Number 13 is turn in. Turn in meaning to go to bed, to get ready to go to sleep. The opposite of this is to not go to bed, to be awake longer than usual. Turn in, go to bed. The opposite of that is to stay up. I'd love to stay up and watch another movie with you, but I'm tired, so I'm gonna turn in. Phrasal verb number 14 is go out. To go out means to leave your house in order to attend some kind of event. The opposite of this is to not leave your house. The phrasal verb is stay in. I'm feeling really tired, so I don't really want to go out tonight. I'd prefer just to stay in. Number 15 is bring forward. If you bring an event forward, it means that you are changing the date and making the event or the activity earlier. You're going to do your plans earlier than what you previously arranged to do. The opposite of that is to change your plans and do them later. Set them to a later date. So the phrasal verb for that would be to push back or to put off. Push back is more formal. Put off means maybe you are procrastinating with doing the event that you need to do. The boss decided to bring forward today's budget meeting, but then her son got sick and we had to push back the meeting after all. Phrasal verb number 16 is set up. If you set something up, it means that you are arranging it. So if you schedule to meet your friend for dinner, you are setting up the time, setting up the location, and so on. The opposite of this would be to cancel the plans that you have made. So if you cancel the plans you've made, the phrasal verb for that is call off. The manager set up a meeting with his team, but then realized that it was a little bit unnecessary, so he called it off. Phrasal verb number 17 is connected to food. The phrasal verb is eat in. If you eat in, it means that you go to a restaurant and you eat the food in the restaurant. The opposite of that is to go to the restaurant, get the food, and bring it with you to a different place, such as your house, in order to eat it there. So the opposite of eat in is take out. Phrasal verb number 18 is bring down. If you bring someone down, it means that you are making them feel sad. You are upsetting them and making them feel depressed. The opposite of this is to make someone happier. The opposite of to bring someone down is to cheer someone up. Recently, many people have been brought down by their circumstances because of the pandemic. However, I hope they will be able to cheer up soon as things start to get better. Number 19 is work up. If you get worked up, it means that you're getting very agitated and irritated and upset and angry. So worked up. The opposite of that phrasal verb is to relax, to stop being irritated or agitated. The opposite of being worked up is to calm down. If English is difficult for you, don't work yourself up. Calm down and enjoy studying English with me. Number 20 is mess up. If you mess something up, it means that you make a mistake, and that mistake will usually cause some problems. You've messed up. The opposite of that is to correct the mistake, to find a solution to a problem. So the opposite of to mess something up is to sort something out. The other day, my coworker messed up the report. However, we worked together and we sorted it out successfully. So today, you have learned 20 opposite phrasal verbs. In fact, you have learned over 40 different phrasal verbs in today's lesson. If you're interested in learning more phrasal verbs, I have made a playlist of various phrasal verb videos that I've created. So be sure to check out that phrasal verb playlist over here. And now it's time for Question of the Day. For today's question of the day, in the comments below, please tell me any other phrasal verb opposites that you know. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. If you found it useful, please subscribe to Jen's Jyugyou and give this video a thumbs up. Good luck with your English studies. See you in the next lesson.